How are we all? Sorry, this is taking a bit so long to get round to this replay. Highly requested replay as well. So, you know, it should hopefully be a good one. So before I get going, I have to do my normal boring stuff. Yep, boring stuff sorted, and my audio levels are cool. So yes, we, as in the, you'll see in the description, this is the feature race, it's not the sprint race. I have to address the elephant in the room, that being that our sprint race was cut short, mainly because, for want of another way of putting it, someone started gobbing off at another person in the, hi Sean, hi mate. Yeah, someone started gobbing off at someone in the chat, and it's not acceptable, so they were kicked, which all in all basically meant that the first race ended abruptly. So we took it as from that point onwards, which was 13 minutes in, so as most of the race was run, and so that would make the standings thus, because you can see here Gary won the feature race, so he's now at the back of the field, so Gary here in 11th place. This is the start of the feature race, so he's on racing mediums. You've got Surfer was second on racing mediums now in a Mitzi. Roadrunner back here on racing softs in the I nearly did it again. Mercedes. Oh. And in fourth was Welly Bob. Great result for Welly Bob. I think that's his highest he's been so far. He's now back here in the Lexus in 8th. Myself, yours truly, Berserker Boy in the Muzzy. I had an awful qualifying, as in I didn't even get to put a quali lap in, so started at the back of the field. So I was quite pleased I ended up 5th. It's not my favourite track, I have to be honest. So I'm pleased I got 5th. I would have liked about 3rd or 4th, but I'll take a 5th. SJB and another Lexus here in 6th place. So now we're going to the front of the field for the reverse grid. So Shaggy back here in a Mercedes in 5th. Dinky in a Mitzi. He's changed, I think. I'm not sure when he changed. Dennis Fatfingers here in now 4th place. Supercams, who's actually quite quick, you know. Hello, Surfer. How you doing, mate? He's got the pace. It's a bit like Shaggy. He's got the pace. Shaggy's just making one or two little fatal errors. You know, there's a race win in them, but they need to just keep it clean. Anyway, Supercams here in 3rd place in a Subaru. Mickey Moo in an illegal. I say illegal because he didn't realise it at the time. Poor fella. Dodge and Ricky Bobby in goodness knows what colour I want to call that. Here in 1st place. So only 11 runners or riders, 2 compounds needed to be used. Let's get going. And we are, as Murray would say, go, 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 go. Now, there we go. Oh, poor start there from Ricky. We've just allowed Mickey Moo to get a good run up. Coming into turn 1, let's go on board with Mickey. Mickey's taken a good lead there with Ricky Bobby gone. Hello mate, how you doing? Ricky Bobby gone wide, but he's still managed to keep it in. Oh, but Mickey Moo's gone. Mickey Moo's off, and that in the illegal dodge with Supercams. Ricky and Berserker's up to 4th already. Goodness me, how does Berserker get up to 4th? Let's have a quick look at that. He's gone flying. He's now to 3rd. How did Berserker get to 3rd? Goodness me, I don't even remember that myself. No, that's me. Right, let's go back. Let's go back to my start. On board with Berserker. He was back there for, what was this, 8th place. Hello Brucey, nice to meet you mate. Berserker clean, just about cleaning through everyone there. It's like the parting of the Red Seas, everyone just gets out of his way. There's Berserkers, he's got the hammer down to get Ricky Bobby by turn 4, no, he does it by turn 5, so there we go. Not quite, Ricky's going to fight it inside. Nice side-by-side fighting there, but no, that's just allowed Berserker to get up to 3rd. Great stop from Berserker. In the meantime, Mickey Moo. I'm going to have to make up names for these corners as well, because this is a fictitious course. We call that one Tyre Shredder, because it's a really hard braking corner, which scrubs my tyres badly, that did. But through the S's comes Mickey Moo. Let's go through the Supercams in 2nd. Berserker 3rd. Roadrunner's up to 4th as well. He's got a flying start as well as Roadrunner. He's on Racing Soft, so I think Berserker's on Racing Softs as well. Coming down to this, what I call the, let's say, should we call it, I call it Scalextrics bend. So that's how my old Scalextrics set used to be, with a big banking turn there. But there we go, Super Cams. It's nipped up in front now of Mickey Moo. Somebody obviously got it wrong somewhere. Coming through the second S's, there's Berserker and Roadrunner fighting back there. So the final sector of the course. Oh, Supercams bins it wide. He's gone very wide. It's Mickey Moo. Mickey Moo. Let's go to Mickey Moo. There he is. Mickey Moo on board of Mickey. Can he take that position back? Supercams gone very wide. Coming up to this last corner, which is actually really fast, but you've got to nail it. No, he's too wide as Mickey. Could have gone a bit further inside, but it's still allowed Mickey to retake the lead, or has he? Side by side here with Supercams. Oh, Berserker's joined the party as well. Oh, that's all getting excited. Let's go on board with Berserker. I don't remember this. I don't remember this happening. On board with Berserker as the numbers 1 and 2 squabbling there. Berserker's going to cleave them like a knife through the middle. Oh, he's going to be the last of the late breakers. It looks like Mickey Moo's the last of the late breakers. Everyone's cleanly through there, and Roadrunner's joined the party. Oh, how much excitement can you have in one moment? I haven't even got to gone through the field yet. It's all happening up front. Oh, Berserker. Roadrunner gives Berserker a tiny little tap. But Mickey Moo's run wide, oh dear, which has just allowed Berserker, the gorgeous hunky Berserker boy, to get into first place. Yes, I just said that, everyone. I just did. Deal with it, people. In that glorious looking Mustang. So Berserker's now got through the field into first place. Roadrunner's hot on his heels in that Mercedes here. Mickey Moo's dropped back to 3rd place. Dinky's managed to hold it together for a change and keeping it together here in 4th. SJB's holding the position, is in 5th. Oh, look like Shaggy's gone very wide, and he's still grass cutting like a good lawnmower. Going up to Scalextrics with Surfer. Oh no, that wrong way. There we go. Surfer's gonna get up the inside on skis, no doubt. Yep, I was on skis. I was on my downhill skis as well at the start of this one. Nice move there from Surfer. Undercut Shaggy. Shaggy's on Racing Soft, so surprised Surfer had the grip to do that. Shaggy's got a penalty to deal with. Oh, Mickey Moo's binned it. Let's have a quick go back there. What happened to Mickey Moo here? Does he get it wrong all by himself? He's going through the fast middle S's, and he just bins it all by himself, and he's got it. Oh, it's all over the shop. Smashes the car. Has he got damage? He has. At the front left, lagging a little bit as well, which isn't going to help. He's still just about keeping it in position. Right, so let's go back up to the front. We've got Berserker boy in front. Nice tidy line there from Berserker, coming around the final corner, gets a really good run. That's the line I was on about. You can clip the inside. It's a really good, gives you a really good position. But look at this, coming down the main straight, we've got Surfer with Mickey Moo and Shaggy all side by side. Oh, Shaggy dips up the underside of Mickey Moo, gets back up to 6th place. And Shaggy. There's Mickey. In the meantime, we've got Welly Bob and 8. Gary, the series contender for the championship, still back here in 9th. Got a lot of work to do. He's on racing mediums though. Ricky's now dropped back to 11th, and 10th, and Ricky's dropped back to 11th. I get it right. Ricky's dropped back to 10th, Supercam's dropped back to 11th. In the meantime, on board with Berserker, leading the way up front, going through the first set of S's. Look at the map there at the bottom right. Let's go back to Roadrunner. Let's look at the back of that glorious looking Mustang driven by a hunky Berserker in front. Here we go. So Roadrunner, let's go for cockpit view. There we go. Can Roadrunner make some sort of, he's just on a purple sector time, so he's really pushing Berserker. But Berserker's done the fastest lap actually, 156.6. Berserker gets a really nice late apex there. It should give him a good drive down here, but it looks like Roadrunner and has got a nice run as well. These two boys out in front now, quite a distance between themselves, and Dinky in 3rd place. SJP, what's happened to Mickey Moo? Oh, he did drop it back a little bit, didn't he? I remember now. Oh, Gary gets it wide. Let's go back to Gary. Here we go. Gary now. Following Welly Bob, coming through the last sector. The mountains in the background. It's still snowing and we're going to go on skiing. So on board Gary, sizing up Welly Bob here. You see Gary's just got a really nice line there through the last corner. Going to get the power down. It's in the slipstream because he got the legs. As the Subaru got the legs on the Lexus. Is he going to outbrake Welly Bob into turn one? He is, you know. Let's go back from Welly Bob. Welly Bob gives up the place a little bit too easy. Gives him a wide, gives Gary a wide berth, but now he doesn't get the power on either that quick either. So Gary's now up to 7th place. But here's where the fight's starting to brew again as well. Shaggy's got rid of his penalty. Bit of a gap between himself and Gary. Trying to catch on to these two boys, the Mitzi club. Mitzi on Mitzi action here with Surfer against Dinky. Dinky not known for his racing prowess, I have to say. He's more known for his fat fingers. Doing well for him. In 4th place through. Yes, but oh, he took a lot of curb then. That might get a penalty. Looked to me like all 4 wheels are off the road. Surprised he didn't get a penalty there, Dinky. But that little cheeky move there from Dinky has just allowed give him a bit of a gap now to himself and Surfer, which puts Surfer back towards where Shaggy is now. Can Shaggy? Oh, Shaggy takes a huge uppercut there. Let's go on board with the Fred Olsen sponsored Stella Sea-Link, whatever we're going to call it, ferry service of Shaggy coming into the last sector. Still can't make a gain on to Surfer. As I said to you before, you remember I said that Super Cams is he's got a race in him. Look, he's done the fastest lap on 55.8 all the way, but he's back right at the back of the field. Anyway, here you go now, lap 4. There's 4 drivers all close together now. It's at the front of this group. It's SJB's at the front of this group with a penalty though. Shredding through the front of those tyres. As you can see just up front, Roadrunner still can't make a move on Berserker. Is very close though. Let's go to 3rd person view. Oh, he's got a lovely little run there. Berserker's a little bit squirrely. Oh, I saw something going on back here. There's looked to be someone sideways. No, they're all there still. It's all good. So, right, let's go back up front. Berserker's holding off Roadrunner. Is Roadrunner? Has Roadrunner got the place? It's a side-by-side coming into the first of the S's. Through tyre shredder. Into the S's. Side-by-side. That's not going to work. There's only room for one car there. But no touching. Great driving from these two. Been battling all season long as Roadrunner and Berserker. Similar pace. I think it's just a matter of time now before Roadrunner gets a pass on Berserker. Coming up to Scalextrics. Berserker's taken a slightly defensive inside line there. Roadrunner's gone around the outside, but still holding station. So we go back to this little group as Surfer cuts up the inside of Dinky. Dinky's now also lost his space now to Shaggy as well, dropping back. SJB though with his shredded front tyres, manfully hanging on to 3rd place. Surfer though in much better position on racing mediums. Seems to be having a lot more grip. As you can see the boys back here. Let's go back to 3rd person view. Look at this gaggle of drivers. As Gary nips up the inside there of Dinky as well. So Dinky's starting to play to form. Slowly, I'm sorry Dennis, I really am. Slowly make his way back to the back of the field. In the meantime, you can see the race leaders, Berserker and Roadrunner both pitted. Goodness me, there's a lot going on in this one. Which has been Surfers in the lead with this gaggle of drivers behind him. SJB really, goodness me, he should have come into pit. That front right is about gone. He's just holding himself and everyone else up behind him. Mistake there from SJB probably. I mean, Shaggy's now Up to second place. There we go. Shaggy makes the pass. SJB's losing ground badly. And Gary's now been gifted third place. But he's still been harassed there from SJB, and Dinky's not too far behind either. Going through the first set of S's. Oh, side by side there from SJB and Dinky. Can Dinky make a move on SJB? The SJB's literally must have no grip now in that front of the car. Front end grip of that car is obviously going to be falling. Look, there you go. Nothing left in that car. No wheels on that wagon, and he's still rolling along. As Shaggy looks up the inside of Surfer there, not quite making a move. So Surfer's in the race lead. He's on racing mediums. Shaggy's on racing softs, but his tyre wear is really good considering they've both been racing at the same amount of distance. And as soon as I say that, loses front end grip and goes very wide. Does that allow Gary to get up the inside? Yes, it does. Coming into the last complex. So now Gary's gone all the way from the back of the field up to second on racing mediums, and Surfer's out in the lead. Coming around the last corner now. So right, we'll run through the fields. There's a lot going on in this race. Surfer's in first place. Gary's in second. Oh, they're piling into the pits now. Shaggy's in third. So 1, 2, 3. You haven't pitted yet. Shaggy, obviously in racing softs, been out there. He's doing really well for been out there for so long. Welly Bob is now in fourth. Mickey Moo's in fifth. Berserker's the first of the pitters is back out in sixth place. Roadrunner still a little was right behind Berserker, but where's Berserker? Berserker's now coming around to about turn 4, as Roadrunner's only coming around turn 3. Yes, so Berserker's made a move on Roadrunner in the pits, but strategy coming in involved. Dinky's just come out the pits. SJB is now out the pits. Supercams is out the pits, and Ricky Bobby's still not pitted, but he's on racing mediums. Okay, so back up front now. Surfer of racing mediums out in front, starting to get a little bit of a lead going. Starting to pull a gap between himself and Gary. These two have been fighting neck and neck all season long themselves. Their own little battle going on. Part of the Japanese manufacturer's crew. Oh, Surf again. Like many other drivers, taking a lot of inside curve. It looked like all four wheels were off at one point there, but no penalties were given, so it's all good. Marks out of 10 for his livery. I still think it looks a little bit like a chessboard, but there you go. I'm not even sure what Roxy stands for. It was Roxy stand for, Surfer, but it looks like Gary was slightly catching up to Surfer there. Let's have a quick look at the tyre wear. Almost identical. Is identical tyre wear. Gary's got a beautiful run out that last corner, but Surfer's gone into the pits. That's why he's got a nice run. So Gary takes the lead. We are 14 minutes in. A surfing kit brand. Right, okay, fair enough. Goes with the name, obviously. Nice one. So now it's just Gary's gone all the way from the back of the field to the front. Daffy Duck, as we should call him if you look on the roof of his car. He's got a bit of a lead over himself and Shaggy, who should be coming into pit this lap. So when the pits stops have happened, we'll get an idea of who's worked the best. Welly Bob's still out here. There we go. Welly Bob's now in third place for the ladies. He's been chased and harassed now from Berserkers. Berserkers trying to go around the outside, the long way round a Welly Bob. Side by side coming into the S's, and Berserker's got it again. Coming up the inside. Good move there from Berserker. Clean pass. Welly Bob didn't fight it too much though. Still looking for a Roadrunner, because as I say, Berserker and Roadrunner were neck and neck at one point. You've got Welly Bob and Mickey Moo between them, and there's Roadrunner. So Roadrunner's misplaced something, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't even look like he's fueled all the way to the end either. Let's go back. So Surfer's back now in 7th. Dinky, where is it? Dinky. Finally the camera shifts. There we go. Dinky has been harassed by SJB coming up to Scale Electrics. Oh, there's SJB, looks up the inside there. Coming around. So just while we got this moment, we're just going to have a quick drinks break and then shall carry on. And we are back as SJB looks to be really harassing Dinky. Gets a slightly wrong line and should have just stayed up the inside, I think. And you can see that little gap has just given him a bit of room, although Dinky's given the place up. Not quite sure what that's. Oh my goodness, lagging all over the place. It was always Welly Bob comes out right in front of these two, heavy under braking. Worst, well, best time for Welly Bob to come out, worst time for SJB, and Dinky as SJB gets Larry on the exit of turn 2, spins up the rear wheels. Red and black was obviously the colour to go for in this league, no one told me. But there you go. Dinky's got his indicators going on left, I don't know where he's turning left. Can SJB catch up to Welly Bob? Anyway, that's going on down there. This is what's going up front. So Gary's now up front, coming up to Scalextrics. I wish we had the timings. Come on, GT7, get the timings back in so I can, the live timing so I can watch what's going on. So Gary is now back up into first place with Berserker in second on Racing Soft. So Berserker's gone Racing Soft, Racing Soft. Roadrunner. Yep, just saw Berserker just shift out of sight up front. So Roadrunner's now in third. Surfer's in fourth, all spaced out. The Surfer's on Racing Mediums. Surfer, did you go Racing Mediums this race? Interesting. Welly Bob's in fifth place on Racing Softs. SJB, Dinky and Super Cams, who's making his way back up through the field, although he's going to make a pit stop soon because he's got down to a quarter tank of fuel. Subaru does look good, I have to say. Oh, Supercams takes an awfully bad line there. Shaggy's now back into, I think he did medium sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I think he did. Nice one. Oh, Supercams has gone off. What's happened to Supercams? Let's go on board with the Subaru driver, just as I'm singing his praises. Yeah, funny you should mention that, Surfer. Oh, there we go. Supercams just gets too much curve, gets it wrong. I kind of like this circuit, but then on the night I remember just how tyre shredding this circuit really is. There's so many, that's why I called that, was it turn 5, that hairpin tyre shredder corner, because there's a lot of, I was getting through my tyres so quickly, so it was a good move from you there to go mediums. Right, so everything's settled down a little bit now. Nicky moved back in 10th, Ricky back in 11th. Having a bit of a mare. It's just leaving Gary to cruise around. The question really is how long is Gary going to stay out in front? Daffy Duck stay out in front. Oh, it's taking a lot of curve there. Coming underneath the bridge, going through the really fast, very exciting S-bend section. Full pelt. You just saw Berserker Boy in the background there. Here he comes. You can hear him coming, catching up to Gary, up to Scalextric's corner. He's obviously he's in Racing Sauce, he's going to have to make another stop. Just heard I heard the Mercedes Roadrunner behind, so Gary, Berserker, Roadrunner, usual suspects. Surfer's following behind, he's still got quite a gap between himself and the guys in front. But he's had a pit stop recently, which is putting him back there. Welly Bob is doing very well as well. He's back here in 5th place. Everyone's spread out, looking at the map there at the top right. Dinky and SJB, this is the only closest we've got to a battle at the moment. But I think things are about to change. We've got 10 minutes to go. And obviously there's going to be some more pit stops, because at the moment everyone's on different pit strategies, which has strung them out. I feeling it's going to close them all back up together again. And Shaggy back here in Racing Medium. Not really sure how Shaggy's gone so far back, he's not really made that many mistakes. But he was doing so well, but he's on racing mediums. Oh, racing mediums, and looks like he could be fueled to the end. There we go. So he's different pit strategy again. 3/4 tank, new set of racing mediums, 10 minutes. I'm sure that's going to get him to the end. Those super cans and Mickey Moos still fighting it out back here in 9th and 10th. Let's go on board with the Dodge. I do like the Dodge. Don't know why it's banned, but it's a lovely car. I'm not sure it's the most competitive car, mind you, but there you go. Yeah, every single corner on this track, it seems to like hard braking or braking whilst turning, which shreds tyres basically. There's no other way of putting it. And then you got the fast middle S-bend section, which is again is tyre shredding. There's no straight lines around, so it just wears through the tyres so badly. But I kind of like the track as well. He's going a bit too wide there, coming through the S section. Losing touch with super cams now. Right, so as Ricky's got to make another stop fairly soon as well. He's right at the back, unfortunately. Now on board with Gary now. So where's Gary? He's coming round to the end of the lap. Surely he's coming in. Yes, he is. Let's go on board with Gary and his pit crew to see where he comes out, because Berserker's into the pits as well. And Roadrunner, they're all coming in. 10 minutes, 9 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go. So where's Surfer? Surfer's stayed out, so Surfer's out. Surfer's now in the lead with just over 1/4 of a tank. And it nearly bins it into the wall, brakes very late. That was nearly disastrous from Surfer. That was disastrous, so spins it round, and now he hits the barrier. Who's that? So Welly Bob's in the lead. Oh, disaster for Surfer. Welly Bob's cruising around, being gifted first place. He's on racing softs though. Are those tyres going to last 8 minutes? His tyres might last 8 minutes, but I'm not sure his fuel is. Welly Bob's only got 1/4 of a tank left and 7 minutes to go. So Surfer's binned it all by himself, spins it up by himself, dents the car by himself, still hanging on to second place, with Gary and SJB squabbling over 3rd and 4th. Nice battle brewing here. And there's Dinky and Shaggy. Yep, you can see everyone's concertinaing together a little bit. And Roadrunner's now going in front of Berserker Boy in the pit stops. What happened there? Berserker, that's Roadrunner's fueled it a little bit less. So Berserker's now in 8th place. After being in the lead, is now 8th place. Can he fight back? Can the Berserker find his way back? Anyway, in the meantime, let's go back up front. Welly Bob in the lead, in the Lexus. Cruising around. Walking in a winter wonderland. Not really. I don't know where that came from. There you go. Last section. Cam's a bit close here, isn't it? Last section of the track, coming around to this really I always find this turn really tricky. If you nail it, you get so much speed. If you get it wrong, you're off on the right hand side. Welly Bob seems to have done the cautious route. He's out here in first place. So what kind of gaps? Start finish line now. So he's got the start finish straight almost in the lead, and here come the rest of the boys. Oh, who's out in the background? That has got to be SJB. Gets it wrong on the exit as the rule comes. No, it's Dinky. Dinky's got it wrong, I think. Let's have a quick look. Who was that who gets it wrong? It was Dinky. Yep, Dinky. Coming around here, supporting him in the race. Oh, crumbs, yes it is, isn't it? Oh my word, I keep thinking it's a half an hour race. Thank you for pointing out the obvious, Shaggy. As I said, Murray Walker strikes again. So we now got 16 minutes left to go, not 6. Oh man, where did I get that from? Why the hell am I thinking it's half an hour? 10 out of 10 Shaggy for observational points. So this pit stop, I'm just too excited, that's what it is. I know this is a race. So there's no chance Welly Bob, yeah, cheers Surfer. There's no chance Welly Bob, unless the quarter tank is going to get to the end of the race, he's going to have to pit again. So we've still got more fun and games to go. So Surfer anyway, now in second on quarter tank. Gary's catching him slightly. Slowly, yeah, he's on racing softs. Shaggy beat me to it. I'm cooking dinner. Oh man, how did I get it wrong? How did you let me get it wrong for so long as well? Oh dear. Yeah. Not embarrassed because I'm crap at this, but there you go. Anyway, here comes Gary. He's on racing soft. He's got to be catching up to Surfer here. That fast middle sector. Come up to Scale Electrics. Look at the map at the top right. They're all still there or thereabouts. There's 4 other drivers really close behind Gary. So Gary gets a nice tidy line through that apex. Can he manage to hold it flat out through this section? Yes, he does. He's got Surfer in his sights as the evening sun descends on the Italian Alps. Looks like Gary is catching up to Surfer at every single corner. Does he get a nice tidy line in? Oh, just a little bit wide, both a touch wide. Doesn't get the power on the straightaway, so Surfer's gone defensive. You see that the Subaru of Gary is really close behind. Does he try and outbrake him? No, he doesn't. There's a bit of shenanigans going on back here, though. You can see it's Shaggy and SJB squabbling over 4th and 5th. There's Roadrunner's not far behind, and he's also bringing Dinky. Berserker Boy's still a little bit off. So Roadrunner, oh no, let's go back up here. SJB, can SJB find a way past Shaggy? Oh, we're not sure of those racing mediums. He's shredded through those tyres already. Oh, and Shaggy goes a bit wide. I saw a bit of puff of smoke. So they're all concertinaed up now. And I will correctly now say 13 minutes to go. There we go. Happy everyone? Good. Welly Bob though, still out in front, on fumes. So 13 minutes to go. Maybe this will be his last pit stop. Surfer has been caught now from Gary. Let's go aboard with Gary again. Looking at the tailpipes of the 13, yeah. 33. I can't do it. The Mitzi in front, Subaru versus Mitzi. Oh, lovely line there from Gary, but then he's got the extra grip. He's got a nice run down here, down to the downhill section. He has to back off a little bit. Surfer's gone defensive. Coming around to the last part of the complex. Gary looks up the inside of Surfer, doesn't quite make it stick there. It's really just a matter of time, but it also would be, oh, Surfer's going to have to pit, he's on fumes. I was going to say, it would be helpful for Surfer if he actually held Gary up a little bit. It would also help the rest of us as well if he held him up, but he didn't. He's going to run out, he's on fumes. He's on fumes and he's still going out. He's gone out for one more lap. I'm surprised. So Welly Bob's in the pits though, the race leader's in the pits. So we'll stick with these two. Side by side, SJB's into the pits. So Surfer now fighting with Gary for the race lead. Gary's obviously got the wherewithal to get past Surfer. He's looking up the inside here at turn 4. Coming down to tyre shredder. Still can't make the move. So Surfer is doing a good job of holding up Gary. Notice Roadrunner's now dipped into the 55. He's done the fastest lap for 1:55.1. Great time there from Roadrunner. I think Gary can't be inside of Surfer here at the beginning of the S's, middle S's, well, first S's. Or is it S's? Because it goes on for a long time. Left, right, and then it's another left, right. Surely Gary can make a move on Surfer coming into Scale Electrics. Sounded like engines reverberating through the countryside. Is he going to make a move? Surfer's got defence. He's gone up the inside. He's going to have to make Gary go around the outside for the lead. Surfer's still up the inside though. Can Gary cut back? He's going to try. Surfer's no, it's still hanging out. Still just about got his nose in front and keeps it that way as well. Great driving there from these two, Surfer and Gary. Surely Surfer's coming into the pits this lap. Must be coming into the pits in this lap. He's done a good job of holding Gary up. That could be important as they come to the latter part of the race. Just going board with Gary now. They're coming into that last corner. Getting a little bit late on the apex. Nearly goes into the back of Surfer. Surfer's obviously going left there into the pits. There he goes. So Gary now is into the lead. Shaggy is going to turn up into second place. There we go. Shaggy's in second. And the other Mercedes close behind. Roadrunner's in third. 10 minutes to go now. Get it right, get it right. So 1, 2, 3 here. There's Berserker. Berserker's coming back into this race again slowly as well. Half a tank, racing mediums. Possibly not pitting again at all, to be honest. Wellybolt's back out as well. He's on racing softs with about half a tank, so he's got better tyres than Berserker in front of him, but about the same amount of fuel. Surfer's now pitted and come back out in 6th place. Yep, suited and booted to the end. So is SJB. So's Dinky. Mickey Moo still plugging away. Yeah, they're all ready to. They're all about done for the end. Supercams and Ricky back here. So everyone's now racing to the finish, apart from Gary. So Gary's going to pit. Shaggy might not have to pit. Roadrunner probably won't have to pit. So really, it's down to when is Gary going to come in from the lead, and where's that going to put him? Look at the map there at the top right. Everyone's kind of like strung out a little bit. At the moment, the closest battle on the track is this one here with Shaggy again. Gets very wide. Coming into the last complex. Go on board with Roadrunner. He's had a quiet but good race. Very good race. Quietly been getting it done in that Mercedes. And when I say quietly getting it, he's also popped in the fastest lap. So very strong position. He's obviously got the pace, so Roadrunner can do 155.1s. Shaggy's best lap doesn't show me, but he's only doing 57s, and at the moment Roadrunner is doing 56s, so he's a second a lap quicker than the car in front, and both on racing mediums as well. So there we go. So it's Roadrunner is literally reeling Shaggy in. Turn around, turn for a lovely tidy line there from MJB. aka Roadrunner. Which again look at the map at the top right, is really the only battle going on. So while we have a pause in the action, again I'm going to have another drinks break, and we shall get ready for the last 8 minutes. Just bear with me a second. And we're back. So, right then, the last 7 minutes of this epic race coming up. How's it going to pan out? How long's Gary's must be coming into the pits now. Surely coming into the pits. This lap. So we're soon going to find out where that's going to put him. Coming around now. So yeah, is he coming into the pits? There we go. So Gary's into the pits. Race leader's into the pits. Where is Shaggy? Shaggy's coming around the last corner, closely followed by Roadrunner. So Shaggy's got to be in the lead with only 6 minutes to go. Suited and booted to the end. This is Shaggy's race to lose now. He's going to be harassed here from Roadrunner very soon, because Roadrunner, as you can see, is ever so slightly gaining on Shaggy. But with only 6 minutes to go, the race is Shaggy's to lose now. And these two have got a bit of a gap between. Berserker Boy in third, he's got a little bit of gap between himself and the cars in front and behind. Welly Bob's now catching up Berserker though, because he's on racing softs and Berserker's on racing mediums. Surfer's on racing softs with a quarter of a tank. Gary's now filtered back out into 6th place. Soonaboo right behind Surfer. So lots of interesting stuff to come in. SJB is a bit too far off. Dinky is a bit too far off as well. Mickey Moo's a bit off the pace, and Ricky's all the way back here in 10th. So someone's dropped out. I think Supercam's dropped out. She had a power outage. So we're down to 10 runners and riders. So 5 minutes to go. Let's see how this pans out. If you look at the map there at the top right, we've got Shaggy coming up to Scale Electrics. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all just within a straight behind. And 5 minutes, which is about 3 laps. Not that long to go. Let's go back to these boys. So Berserker's on his own in 3rd. Those racing mediums looking pretty worn. Yes, Welly Bob can smell Berserker's fear. Not slowly catching Berserker up ahead. But then you've got Surfer here, who's also bringing Gary with him. Coming to the last complex again. Oh, Gary's a bit wide there, we just managed to hang on to it. Again, these two basically have been fighting each other all race long. And they still haven't been separated after 36 minutes of racing. So let's go back up front where Shaggy coming around turn 2. And turn 3, still in the lead, still chugging away. It's not long to go now, 4 minutes. He's actually started to pull it. He's got a little bit of a gap there. Roadrunner must have had a moment at some point. There's Berserker Boy. There's Berserker Boy, and you can see Welly Bob's catching Berserker Boy as well. And then you can hear there is Surfer and Gary. It's the cavalry, Surfer and Gary. So it's 6 drivers, all closing up together nicely for the end of this race. We'll go back up front to see how, because Shaggy's race is in his control at the moment. He's done a 1:57, 57, 57, very consistent. Yeah, as you can see, the Roadrunner's done a 58. But he's doing 56, 56, 56. Roadrunner had a moment then on that last lap somewhere. Maybe drifted wide or spun it a little bit. Coming back now, let's go back to Berserker Boy. Yep, there you go, Welly Bob. It's called right up to him. Berserker's nearly getting. Oh, it's disaster for Berserker. He's losing front end grip terribly in that Mustang. And he's got Welly Bob on his inside, looking up the inside, coming up to this inside of the stadium complex. Side by side goes Welly Bob and Berserker. Not a lot Berserker can do at that point. And then you can hear these two again, still nose to tail. Everyone is closing up. Berserker's not going to give up though. Berserker's fighting back Welly Bob. He's got board of Berserker. He's got a nice run here. He's down to the nubs already. 2 minutes to go. Is the Berserker Boy going to outbrake Welly Bob into turn 1? Oh, he's just about done it. Yep, Berserker's just about done it. And Shaggy's gone off. Oh dear, Shaggy binned it all by himself. What happened to Shaggy? Coming into turn 1. 2 minutes to go. The race was in his hands. And he spins it. Oh, just gets it slightly wrong. And that's all it takes. So Roadrunners now is out in front. Where's Shaggy? He's still not got back onto the track. He's still in second place. So can Shaggy hold it? Oh no, he's spun it again. Oh, he's... Shouldn't laugh, Sean, but that was funny. sorry, Sean. That was really funny though. Oh dear. Anyway, Roadrunner is now coming up to tyre shred all on his own, but then you got this gang of the drivers. Berserker's got him back in front of Welly Bob, but then look at this, you got Welly Bob, Surfer, Gary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all line astern. Where do you look? How's this going to pan out? Oh my goodness, let's go on board with Surfer. Oh, he's got that past Welly Bob. They're going through the S's. Berserker's on really poor tyres, but Welly Bob's fighting back. He's not giving that place up. Well, good on you, Kevin. Fight all the way, Kev. And where's Gary? Let's have a look from Gary's point of view. Berserker and Welly Bob split that S's and go wide. Here we go. So Welly Bob's got a penalty for it. Goodness me, no one where to go. And no place to go. Three of them side by side coming into Scale Electrics. The last of the late breakers, Welly Bob's still hanging on just about. The Surfer's gone all the way up now to second place, but Berserker's now fighting back. He gives the Surfer a little nudge. Oh, a little nudge there on Kevin as well. Welly Bob, there's three of them side by side. They're trying not to go off. The Berserker squeezed to the outside. Surfer's now got up to second place. Welly Bob's gone wide. Here comes Berserker, and where's Gary? Gary's still in this fight. Goodness me, the Rover's up, and we'll come back to you in a minute, Rover. But look at this. Gary is now trying to fight to get past Berserker for that last. You can see the podium position up there is third place. Berserker goes wide, running out a bit badly. Where's Berserker? He's there. So Welly Bob's got half a second penalty. The race is over. That's it. The race is done. Goodness me, what a last lap. Wow. We need to go back though, because we've got to give him a bit of credit, because he's been out on his own in a very quiet race, but well done, Roadrunner, for what an epic race that was. Finished Crummers across the line now, first place. So Roadrunner, oh no, he's got another lap to go, hasn't he? So Surfer coming through, he's going to finish in second place. Welly Bob finishes in third, but with that half-second penalty pushes him back to fifth. Berserker was fourth, so Gary was third, Berserker fourth, Welly Bob fifth, Shaggy's got sixth, SJB seventh. That was great fun, guys. It was. Dinky's going to finish in eighth. Mickey Moo will finish in ninth. And Ricky Bobby coming around, cruising around now. He's not got far to go. Last couple of corners with no tyres though. Coming around to finish race. Why, goodness me, that was a great finish to that race. We'll look at that race finish again. We'll go back to, let's go back to from Gary's point of view, because he had the grandstand view of all of this. Let's go back a little bit further to back to the S's. So we're going through the S's. You can see there all the boys squabbling all over the place. One more time from Gary's point of view. Here we go. Welly Bob on the inside, Surfer trying to find a way around the outside of these boys. Berserker stuck in the middle on medium tyres that are fading badly. On board with Gary. So see how this, I'm moving the camera ever so slightly. Berserker was catching Surfer, then gives Kevin a little bit of a nudge. Kevin nudges Berserker back, nearly puts him off, but Berserker hangs on to fourth place. So it blocks Gary here. Surfer's now been released. So Surfer's got up to second. Line of stern, I remember when I was racing, so I knew I was desperately trying to hang on to fourth place. I wanted to try and block Gary, but as I turned in here, I just had nothing left in my front tyres. They just wouldn't turn in, so I had to drift wide, which just allowed Gary to get up the inside here, and it's just a sprint now for Gary to get up to keep in touch with Welly Bob. And there you go, Welly Bob with Berserker, you can see right behind Gary there at the end. What a race, great finish to that race. Anyway, there you go, that's the Maggy feature race. Thanks for watching, hope you can see you again soon. See you next week. Take it easy. See you later then. Bye.